Thank you. There's another great year for Summer League. It's getting bigger and bigger, and we just talked about it.
You know, we mark each year by our interview with you. We always look forward to it. We actually talk about it.
Yeah.
When are we going to do the interviews?
It's like, when's Renjin coming? We're going to do
So we
that.
always
Here we are,
There
and
we go.
this year we get a China team. We're gonna talk about it. You know, I want to hear everything. How you get the China team to get on.
You're a little bit responsible for that. You've been persistent. You brought the whole Chinese message here,
Yeah.
and it resonated. Finally, we have them playing in real games. Before, remember, it was in practice games.
Yeah, that's what.
So you have a lot to do with it.
Thank
So
you.
thank you very much.
Okay, you know, I think 2 years ago you guys planned to get a China team here, but there's a visa thing didn't work out, and last year there's a practice. So tell me, like, you know, who you talked to, when did this start, and what how does it get through?
Well, I think we started, obviously China and the CBA and everything, they wanted to have a presence here, right? And we've always made you guys welcome, a big part of what we do. But we wanted to go 30 teams last year, so we put together the scrimmage series. That's kind of what we did. So we put the 5 games, but with the Houston and Washington, and they played. It went over really well. This year when we expanded, we had to go to 32, right? So we needed another team. We brought in Croatia, but making them official now, it's a better presence. They have more competitive games, and a lot of fans from China coming out too.
It's really an international league now.
Yeah.
Toronto wins the championship, China comes in. That's something that we want to push very, very hard because the game is international.
Yeah.
And this is the perfect showcase for it.
And you talked about why pick China. Obviously, that's not just because of me. You know, there's a bigger market there. So tell me why exactly you're going to pick China this year.
Your winning personality that convinced us.
Okay.
What it is, we feel that China represents where the world is going. Somebody who's dedicated. They have a very strong league. They have a very strong presence. We know they're going to grow more players, but more importantly, from a commercial standpoint, Tencent has become very, very large in the
Big
footprint
part of what we do.
And the most important thing is it's a healthy partnership. We enjoy it. We get a lot out of it. Hopefully you do too.
Yeah, we enjoy a
and
lot.
those are the things that help grow something when both parties know it's beneficial to each.
Yeah, and I think that's it right there. The players that you're seeing, whether it be the Joe Cheese of the world or the Dings of the world, like they start playing in Summer League, they have a following, and the fans come out. We know Tencent is broadcasting certain games, and we get great feedback from everyone in China. They want to do more with Summer League. We have a lot of tours now of people from China coming over to watch the games. So it's a great fit. For us, it makes a lot of sense. And what you guys do with Tencent, you can provide great coverage. And now more and more media, international media, want to join us. I think when we started, it was you and maybe 1 or 2 others. We have over 170 international media now.
And the common denominator, we all love basketball.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And that's
sure.
that's the most important ingredient to
Yeah.
any relationship that's
That's
going
right.
to be meaningful.
I saw Yo was here. So how did Yo play a role to make this happen?
Yeah. For Yao?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was excited. He was part of the process a year ago to bring over the team for the scrimmages, and this year he was excited. He wanted to bring those guys and play, see how they matched up against NBA Summer League teams. Really enjoyed it. I spoke with him for, I don't know, half hour. Very funny guy.
Yeah.
He was very funny. I was surprised, but I think his experience was really well received.
And for me, he's my hero because he was somebody who's like a pioneer.
Yeah.
He basically changed the axiom of basketball. It was always here-centric in the United States. He made it so it was cool to be Chinese. It was cool to have him in the league, and he became a very big factor.
Yeah.
And he handled it with grace, with style, and incredible professionalism.
Yeah.
He's a real role model.
You know, China team here is a big deal for Chinese fans. They want to know everything. Like, you know, it's like a perfect marriage. Who's gonna ask for the first date? Like, who make the first move?
We're like the brokers of happiness for everybody here. But what we want is to increase that relationship. We want the Chinese fans to feel they can be part of this because what they see here is very much a real NBA experience. May not be the games, but that way they'll have a better appetite for the future because they see how much fun it is, and more importantly, how incredible the players and how everybody comes together and makes the game better.
Every year there's something new here. Last year, there's something new. This year, also there's something new. Tell me about what's new this year.
He's the tech guy. He's got it all
Well,
down.
no, I think first of all, having the 2 international teams in the league is new for us.
It's the first.
Yeah, first time ever, and then 32. But technology-wise, we're trying to, whether it be our Spider Cam, our Supanor, we have all kinds of different technologies that they'll integrate into the game. So we're trying those in real time to see how arenas can be adjusted, how to make them more efficient or automated. So we're doing that. We have trackers in the ball this year. So actually, as the ball moves,
Inside the ball.
inside the ball, there's a chip inside the ball. So that's one of the things that we've been testing and getting a lot of feedback. The coaches challenge is now something that's being used. So other professional leagues on very important calls and critical moments in the game, they can challenge them. So that's a couple of the things that we're doing. And then,
Are we allowed to talk about the one that's going to be the first in the world that we're going to do here? With 18, we're not allowed to talk about that. We have to keep that. Sorry,
we have a little something
Okay,
special.
We have a little something special.
Something special.
But it'll be the first time ever,
Okay.
Yeah,
and it's done right here
it's done in Summer League.
in the
You can
NBA
talk
Summer
me
League.
off of the camera later.
Yeah, there you go. We'll tell you off the record.
It depends, okay?
But our thing is, as you know, we keep it fresh.
Yeah.
Summer League has become a big festival type atmosphere for everyone and fans all over the world. So it's been, each year we do a little different wrinkle, and we have a few this year.
Didn't we have like 60 former players around the court?
Yeah, on
Players
Friday
who
night.
started
Yeah.
here, they come home.
Yeah.
They want to be here where they started, and they want to be part of all the magic and all the ceremony and all that. So they've been a big supporters
Yeah, tell
too.
me about
Yes.
this.
So Friday night, for the Zion game and the Barrett game.
LeBron's here.
Oh yeah, LeBron and AD.
We asked them, please, we got
Yeah.
too much activity. No, we didn't say that. We love having
But
him
they
here.
come back and they enjoy being here because it's a relaxed atmosphere. We actually are honoring them on a Wednesday night. We're having the alumni party is what we're calling it. So welcoming the players to come back, the guys who started. We had a great conversation with D'Angelo Russell yesterday, or John Collins. Guys that come out, they cut their teeth here and make a name for themselves, and they always enjoy coming back because it's a special feeling for them.
It really is. When they have their first success here, they never forget it. So they always feel like when I come back, I'm home.
Yeah, exactly. Where they started, right?
Yeah,
Exactly.
Talk about the starting. I think back in 2007, China team played here for the first time.
Yeah, with Yi.
Yeah, yeah. So
That was a few years ago.
Yeah,
You're right. I
yeah.
so you
remember
guys
that.
have made that happen too, right?
Yeah, we weren't quite sure how that would work, but that worked out really well for them. And then he obviously was a first-round draft pick for Milwaukee, but we got away from that a little bit. But we always in the back of our mind, we got to get China. And then when Tencent started to have a presence, the timing really worked for us.
Yeah. So what's the difference between it's like 12 years apart, right? Like I was not here that time, so can share the experience
Well, I look a lot older, that's for sure. That's the first thing.
Yeah.
But two, part of it is we understand this every year a little better, a little better.
Mm-hmm.
So we're able to probably work things a little bit quicker and probably a better feel. Like everything else, you learn in the process. We understand better what to do and what to stay away from. So just from an experience standpoint, we're like that veteran player who doesn't waste too much motion. We just try to be
It's efficient,
effective on the
yeah.
court. We want to be efficient.
And we work with the NBA collectively and say, okay, what can we integrate? What is new? What's important from the basketball side, the business side, the media side? And then we collaborate and we try to just grow it. And when we started, it was just a matter of getting the games on time, making sure there was Gatorade in there and towels and trainers and basketballs, you name it. Now it's gone to a different level. So now it's a lot of the ancillary pieces and the electronics and the lights and you name it.
In the beginning, everybody sees Summer League as just some games going on. There is so much going on in the back. Business, relationships, people finding something about their game that they need to improve, coaching. We do international coaching clinics. We have a cadaver lab this year for the sports scientists and the trainers so they can get better at what they do. Part of what we want to always bring here is an intellectual curiosity so people grow with the sport. We can grow the talent on the floor with the players, but to be a real effective sport, you have to also grow the management around and help them improve as well. So we try to do a full symbiotic relationship between both the management as well as the actual players.
And we have an interview request for you.
Okay.
We are starting young students who are learning how to get into the broadcasting side.
Okay.
So we have, it's called the On-Air Classroom. They would love to do an interview with you.
Can
Can we get a commitment from you right here, okay?
Yeah, right here, right now.
Okay, okay, done.
Yeah.
We
Pinky
want that.
swear.
Yeah, okay, we can do this.
Good.
Yeah. So, everybody talk about 2007, you want to stick with a little bit. So was that competition or something what exactly concerned you back 2007? You feel like, you're gonna...
For how we got better?
Yeah.
Well, I think for us, creating a more of a competitive atmosphere. Before it was just player development. There was 5 games. We wanted to make sure the team played 5 games. And back then, the players wanted to play more. Yeah. And they were like, we'll play all 5 and then some. And then we knew in order to make this more incentive, we had to create a championship, right? And create more of a tournament.
Yeah.
And so that's each year we decided to go that way. And then I want to go back to probably, 2011. Something along those lines. We integrated that first format of a tournament, and when the Golden State Warriors won that was a change in their franchise, and they became a championship team from that point on.
He created a mentality.
Yeah. And so that was really important, and it started at Summer League.
And it also created what we feel is our motto, Summer Matters.
Summer matters. Yeah. That's a good line there.
Yeah.
He's the genius. He came up with it, okay?
But it does it because players tend to, they can gain their confidence, right? And they carry that into the season.
And guarantee contracts from here.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. We never lose sight of the basketball. All the other things that go on are fantastic. We love having you here and ESPN and NBA TV, but it's always about the basketball. So if a player is out here, he can have a 5-minute stretch on this court and it could change his career. So someone else, another team may say to him, we want that guy in a trade, right? So you never lose sight of the basketball, and the coaches as well. So a young coach comes in, Nick Nurse last year, coached the Summer League team. Now look at him. He's the NBA championship coach.
Yeah. So, besides technology-wise, we're only talking about every year to get something new, like, alumni, all that kind of stuff. It's getting bigger and bigger, just in front of me. So I really appreciate your time, and we had a great time. I'm looking forward to see you next year.
We are already planning on our interview for next year, okay? Another pinky swear.
Another big thing.
Hey, we may even come to China and do an interview there.
Okay, yeah.
All right.
Yeah, make that happen. Okay.
Thank you for helping.
Yeah.
Thank you for helping,
Thank
okay?
you.
All right.
Thank you. Appreciate the support.
Thank you. Appreciate it.